Good morning, one and all present here. So that today my topic is lecture number 12, fire alarm devices and its standards. Fire alarm devices and its standards. So the brain of the fire alarm system will be a fire control unit panel. Okay, fire alarm control panel or fire alarm control unit, FACU. So how to design this FACU and what are the parts are available in the FACU, and what are the different types of initiating devices are available in the FACU, and how to design this FACU by using the standards. Okay, which standards they are following it, okay, as per the industry as well as the commercial purpose. Okay, so all these details today class we are going to discuss it. Okay, this is a schematic diagram of fire alarm control unit or fire alarm control panel. Okay, we can shortly call it as FACU or FACP. Okay, FACP. Actually, this FACP will contains the electronics components, okay, that supervise and monitor the integrity of wiring and components of fire alarm system. Okay, and this FACU, which is basically serves as a brain of the fire alarm system. Okay, this without FACU you can't operate. Okay, you can't operate the fire alarm system. As well as this FACU will be operated by two types of power source. One is primary power source, okay, another one is secondary power source. Primary power source will be a DC, okay, DC supply only, and secondary power source is also be a DC, but it will be a battery. Okay, maybe you can take, it will be a lithium ion battery or alkaline battery or lead acid batteries like that, but nowadays most of the items they are following, right, lithium ion batteries. That's what the cost of the equipment is very high. Okay, as well as the main operation of this FACU, it receives a signal from alarm initiating devices. So here the alarm initiating devices are smoke detector, heat detector, manual pull station, water flow switch. Water flow switch, we would say it will be a tamper switch, that is which will be used to control the flow of the water. Okay, and valve switch is also be used. Okay, and we have to receive the signal from these initiating devices and process the signal and produce the output signals. Okay, this is the output signal that activate audible and visual basis. Audible means there are notification of alarm. An input will be a initiating device, the output will be the notification appliances. Notification appliances will be a buzzers or bells or horns or strobes. Actually this buzzers, it will be giving a signal, bell is also be giving a signal, but the time delay it is somewhat higher. And when you come to the strobes, as well as here instead of soaps and horns, there will be a communication devices we can use, maybe a audio voice communication or message type of communication or decision making communication you can give it here. Okay, so input will be a initiating device, the output will be a notification appliances. So to control input and output, there will be a control panel is needed. Okay, that control will be called as auxiliary devices. For example, if you take a smoke detector, there will be a smoke control system is needed. Okay, and if you take a air suppression system, we need a wood suppression systems. Okay, and also if you want to identify the dust particles in the air, we need clean agent extinguishing systems and a door releasing mechanism, because for each and every detectors we need a control devices which is required. Okay, and this is the general schematic diagram, and this is the manufacturing diagram. Okay, you see, okay, this is the manufacturing diagram. Okay, there will be a key will be there. If you open the key, there will be inside parameters will be like our meter, submeters, electricity meter. It will be like a control panel. Okay, if you open it, you will get this type of structure. Okay, you will get this type of structure. As well as here the auxiliary system, that is here I am mentioning like this notification appliances. This notification appliances you can operate it by either a conventional source or otherwise addressable source or otherwise it will be called it as wireless mode also you can operate it. Wireless mode also you can operate it. And this FACU can perform some functions, maybe which can provide and communication informations, okay, which will control the elevators, HVAC. Anyone having idea about HVAC? What is HVAC in buildings? In buildings, what is HVAC?
Heat ventilator, air conditioner.
Heating, ventilation, air conditioning system, and fire doors, and damper, locks, and other fire extinguishing protection features. Okay, and fire extinguisher protection features. You have any doubts in this diagram? Have any doubts in this diagram? The short form of this FA control CU, which monitor equipment and circuits, receive input signal from the initiating devices and activate notification appliances and transmit signal off-site. Okay. Any doubt in this diagram? This is the general structure schematic diagram of fire alarm control unit, FACU. Okay. And you see inside, okay, inside the panel you see what are the different types of parts are available. One is initiation, smoke detector, sprinkler system for flow switch, okay, fire alarm animator, and a horn system, and audible visual, because there are two horn systems are there, one for audio only, another for strobe audio and visual, and another one is emergency notification system will be there. Okay, this is the entire parts are available here. Okay, and the main there are two types of power supplies we are using. One is primary power supply, another one is secondary power supply. Primary power supply we can operate it by using the 120 volt to or 240 volt alternating current source, that is AC switch, and it will be a non-switch. Non-switch means usually when we are operating with AC line, okay, there will be a switch we have to use, whether it will be called as a single flow SPST, okay, single pole single throw switch we can use it, but here there is no type of switching, we are not using it here. Okay, and there will be a direct supply we are giving, minimum is 120, maximum is 240 volt. And if suppose if your primary supply will be gets failure, then we have to operate this secondary power supply. Secondary power supply is other name called as a backup power supply. In your power electronics subject, you people are studying backup converters like that. Okay, maybe in a rectifier it will coming. Okay, you will get the idea about power supplies. Okay, UPS the faculty will teach you. Okay, so this secondary power supply will be a backup. Backup means it will be like a battery. Okay, the energy will be stored in the battery. I already mentioned it will be a lead acid battery, or otherwise if you use lead acid battery, you have to, the cost of the equipment is less. Suppose if you go for high capacity battery, that is lithium ion batteries. Okay, lithium ion battery, if you are going it, their cost of the what is that, a fire alarm system control panel is higher, which is higher. Any doubts? Any doubts, students? Can you please give me the reply? Any doubts?
No, no, sir.
Okay. Okay. And notification alarm, this one is already mentioned it. Okay, notification alarm means it will be called as bell, speaker, horn, or otherwise in terms of LED lights we can, or flashlights we can give it. It's not required. And initiating devices, last class itself I explained about what are the different types of initiating devices are there. What are the different types of initiating devices? Harish, Susmita, absent, Sushmita absent. Okay, Harish,
Sir,
Harish, what are the different types of initiating devices?
no, sir.
Just now I explained.
Yes, sir.
What are the different types of initiating devices? Can you please tell me? Otherwise, you won't get the attendance. Naveen Kumar. Naveen Kumar.
Sir,
What are the different types of
sir,
initiating devices?
sir, smoke detector, heat
Uh,
detector,
Good.
all the detectors.
Smoke detector, heat detector. Another one is ultrasonic
Flame detector.
detectors. Fourth one is infrared detectors.
Flame.
Okay.
So
Okay.
flame detector.
Okay. Flame detectors also. Good. Good. Okay. So the operation of detectors, which I already explained in the previous class itself. Okay. Okay. Now, in terms of notification appliances, now you are familiar about input will be called initiating devices, output will be a notification appliances. Now, can you please anyone tell me what type of device it is? Can anyone? This one. Sartak Das? Sartak?
Yes, sir.
What is the device this one?
So is it fire alarm detector?
It is a fire alarm detection system, but here light will be there. Okay, combination of light and detection. Okay, both it is available. Okay, here you see this is the called it as a fire alarm system, but it is in bell type. Okay, which is in bell type, as well as it is operated by a three-phase supply line. Okay, and this one is a fire alarm system, but it is the horn type. Okay, and the communication which we are going to extract in the fire alarm notification appliances will be called four classification. One is audible means it will be sounding devices like on bell or speakers, you can give it during emergency condition. Visual means there will be a approved light devices such as strobes or flashlights you can give that indicate fire or emergency condition. Textual means visual text or symbols indicating fire or emergency condition. Fourth one, tactile. Tactile means indication of a fire or emergency condition through sense of touch or vibration. Okay, so there are four types of outputs which we are going to extract from the notification appliances. One is audible, another one is visual, third one is textual, another one is tactile application. Okay, there will be additional alarm functions is also be available. Okay, what is the this picture, what it denotes? Can anyone tell me this picture? Ashu Anand, Grishma, Grishma, can anyone tell me what is this picture denotes? What this picture denotes? Can anyone? Sartak Das?
So no idea, sir.
Hey,
It's looking like a
if
lock
the
Is it
door.
door is
magnetic
there, you
support to
see
the
there is a
door?
door is there,
So,
then
so is that door
uh,
locking system or something?
yeah, anyone?
So the magnetic support to the door.
Good, good. It is a magnetic door closure. Okay, magnetic door closure. This is designed to open during a normal building activity and release when the alarms are activated to close the door. Okay, it is one of the magnetic door closure contact. Okay, so when it release it, automatically the alarms are activated. Okay, that is one. Okay, the alarm signal systems will be called three types of functions. One is normal alarm signal. Okay, it will be give just a warning signal, fire emergency or dangerous condition, which indicates the immediate attention to the humans. Okay, maybe you can use it this fire alarm signal by using smoke detector, manual pull stations, etc. Okay, the second alarm signal system is called as supervisory signal. Supervisory signal, the meaning of supervisory signal means which indicates off normal condition of the complete fire protection system. Okay, as well as this, what is meaning of supervisory? Anyone? What is the meaning of supervisory?
Monitor. So monitoring something.
Monitoring. Okay. For example, there are in artificial intelligence there are supervisory, unsupervisory intelligence systems are there. Supervisory means, for example, if the faculty, okay, if the faculty will ask any questions to the student, okay, ask questions to the student will give the answer. Okay, so that answer is correct or not will be judged or will be evaluated by the teacher. That is nothing but supervisory system. Okay, so this supervisory concept will include a return to normal signal. Okay, as well as this is only for monitoring conditions. The third one will be called as trouble signal. Trouble signal will be a signal given by a fire detection and alarm system when a power failure or other system malfunctions occurs. Okay, so this is the third case. So what are the different types of alarm signal systems? One is normal alarm signal, second one is supervisory signal, third one is trouble signal. Okay, trouble signal. Okay. And last one is tamper switches, which will be used in the devices. Tamper switches, which is a device used to supervise indicating valves installed in fire protection water supply system. Okay, that is for application. This is mainly applied in a water supply system for to control the flow of a fluid in the through the pipes. Okay, it is, and also it is used in fire pumping system also. Here in tamper switch they are purposely they are using the supervisory signal. Any doubts? Any doubts till now? Till now you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, next one. Now there are different types of standards are there. Okay, to install this fire alarm system in our buildings or any devices, there will be a standard will be there. What are the different types of industry code standards? The first standard will be a American with Disabilities Act. Second one is UL 1971. It will be underwriter laboratories. Third one is NEPA 72. NEPA means National Fire Protection Association. Fourth one, ANSI 117.79. It is American National Standard Institute. American National Standard Institute. Fifth one, building codes. Building codes will be developed by International Building Code Agency. Sixth one, local agency approval. Local agency means it is the CSFM MEA. Any idea about CAFM and MEA? Anyone? What is CSFM? Any idea? What is CFM? CFFM stands for California State Fire Marshal. Okay, California State Fire Marshal, which will be developed by US. Okay, this MEA stands for, what is MEA? Anyone? Any idea? Don't tell it is Ministry of External Affairs. Okay, MEA means what? MEA means, any idea? MEA means multilateral environmental agreements. Okay, multilateral environmental agreements. Then seventh one is factory manual, factory mutual, it is FM. Eighth one is manufacturer specification. So out of which most of the agency will follow this local agency approval, because California State Fire Marshal and multilateral environmental agreements standard. Okay, you can take any equipment. For example, you are buying one what is that, some a pen drive or any devices. Okay, if you take any devices, they will provide some instruction manual. In the instruction manual itself, they will clearly mention what type of standard it is. Okay, what type of standards they are following it. Okay, some agencies, can anyone unmute mute your mic? I think someone unmuted. Okay. Apart from this, there will be, in our country, there will be a ISO standards which we are following it, and National Fire Alarm Control Code we are following it. Another one is TS 5414 codes we are following it. Okay, all this called as a ISO codes. These are all called Indian standards. Okay, usually in our country we are following only the UK or US standards. Mostly we are following only US standards. So US standards means it is comes under the category of ISO. And NEPA. NEPA will be set by the government of India. It will be a National Fire Alarm Code which will be installed. Okay, and this code will be from, maybe it is from United States, but our country also be following the same code only. It will be a National Fire Alarm Code standard. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, apart from each and every country having different types of codes. If you take Germany, they are having VDS 2095, Italy UNI 9795, France NF S61936, Spain UNE, United Kingdom BS 5831. Okay, now I will show a small standard code. Okay, you please see this one. This document will be a fire alarm system standard MS 5024. The code, okay, the standards, this is the document. Okay, if for example, if you are buying the fire alarm system from Honeywell technology, means they will follow only the MS 5024. Here you see this fire alarm panel, it is from Honeywell company, US company. Okay, they are following ISO 9001 also, but it will be US company, so they are following this standard only. Okay, if you are buying this fire alarm panel from Honeywell, they will give this standard specification. By seeing the specification only, we have to operate it. Each and every code specifications will be there. This is standard manual. Okay, the standard manual anyway I will upload in the Google Classroom, so please download it and go through this one. Okay, please go through this one. Now you please watch a small video.
An incident has been reported in the building. Please await further instructions.
Achtung, im Gebäude ist eine Gefahrensituation gemeldet worden. Bitte bleiben Sie ruhig und warten Sie auf weitere Anweisungen.
Dies ist ein Feueralarm. Bitte verlassen Sie das Gebäude umgehend über die nächsten Fluchtwege. Die Feuerwehr ist alarmiert.
This is a fire alarm. Please leave the building immediately by the nearest available exit.
Ceci est une alarme incendie. Veuillez évacuer immédiatement les locaux par la sortie la plus proche.
Esto es una alarma de incendio. Abandonen por favor el edificio inmediatamente por la salida de evacuación.
Achtung, Achtung! Dies ist eine Gefahrenmeldung. Bitte verlassen Sie das Gebäude über die nächsten Ausgänge.
Attention, please. This is an emergency. Please leave the building by the nearest available exit.
This is a fire brigade information. The emergency situation in the basement is cleared. Please stay calm. There's no danger present.
Die Gefahrensituation ist jetzt behoben. Wir entschuldigen uns für jegliche Unannehmlichkeiten.
The emergency is now cancelled. We apologize for any inconvenience.
When fire breaks out in building complexes such as shopping centers, offices, hotels, and educational institutions, protecting people's safety is the top priority. Among other aspects, it's essential to prevent fire and smoke from spreading throughout the entire building for as long as possible. Compartmentalization into individual smoke and fire zones protects adjacent areas and creates safe routes for escape and rescue. That's why it's important to create smoke barriers by closing existing openings. Stubig Fire Protection is the world's leading expert for smoke curtains, textile smoke barriers, and fire curtains, offering optimal solutions for any architectural situation. The risk of fire spreading is particularly high in the corners of buildings. Fire protection curtains for facades are a good alternative to the more expensive option of insulating fire-resistant glazing. The special design and built-in heat elements ensure reliable closure, even during inclement or cold weather. As an alternative to partitions or compartmentalization in outdoor areas, openings between walls can be closed off using concealed fire protection curtains. This is often a particularly beneficial option for the facades of historical buildings. Smoke curtains are an integral part of any smoke control and dissipation concept, as they hinder the uncontrolled spread of smoke and gas within a given structure. Fixed smoke curtains are the simplest type of smoke barriers. They can be installed in unlimited widths and can even be used to partition continuous pipes and conduits. Automatic fire curtains drop down only in case of a fire alarm to a specified room height. Gathered smoke curtains, for example, are suitable here. The textile is parked in a compact space above the ceiling and extends only when needed in case of a fire alarm. Automatic smoke curtains can also be rolled up and concealed in nearly any architectural space. They unroll to their in-use position only in case of a fire alarm. In this case, it is important to compensate for lateral leakage. Guide tracks are available for this purpose. When smoke barriers are required that reach from the ceiling to the floor but must still allow for people to pass through, the solution is a so-called passable smoke curtain, specially designed to allow individuals out and rescue personnel in while still minimizing the spread of smoke. They comprise of individual overlapping strips of fabric that provide openings while still preventing the spread of smoke. Conventional fire curtain systems are unsuitable for use on round or elliptical openings. For these situations, Sturbich offers special curved smoke curtains in an open or closed design. The fabric is gathered and stored above the suspended ceiling. Smoke curtains around corners satisfy the high demands of any smoke extraction concept, as well as special architectural and design needs. The way the textile is gathered makes it possible to protect polygonal areas too, without gaps and without requiring additional support in corners. Fire protection closures seal gaps and openings in walls and ceilings in case of fire. The way they are designed and installed, as well as the textiles used, enable a broad range of applications of various classifications and time categories. Casings and guide tracks can be installed virtually invisibly within the structure and allow for plenty of design leeway in open spaces and a variety of architectural concepts. Our hidden shield is the first fire curtain in the world without guide tracks and offers optimal fire protection and a most attractive aesthetic. This prize-winning patented system was specially designed to be invisible after installation. It uses the wall embrasure as a guide track and requires no additional visual distractions whatsoever. Heat insulating fire curtains combine modern high-performance fabrics with insulating materials that actually absorb heat in case of fire. This makes additional compensatory measures, such as condensed sprinkler systems and fire load-free zones, unnecessary. Moreover, these curtain systems can be combined with a variety of different high-speed doors. This expanded option combines doors and curtains that, besides offering protection in case of fire, also have beneficial effects on heating and cooling efforts while optimizing operational processes and material flows. Folded and gathered fire protection curtains can be used to seal off spaces in areas with right angles. These flexible systems can be installed along an area's entire perimeter or can end when they meet a wall. In both cases, no additional structural supports are needed in the corner. A design advancement of the folding curtains around corners is the implementation as a thermal insulating system. The EI-120 protection target is achieved through a combination of folding and rolling technology. The outermost side of the system includes fabric that folds out, just like a standard system. The inner side of the system has a second fabric that unrolls from a tube. If cooling is necessary, sprinklers can be placed in the space between the two fabrics. Optionally, the system can even be equipped with one or more escape floors. Considerably higher requirements regarding of perimeter edge sealing and special fabrics makes it possible to protect against both fire and smoke at the same time.